Now, the executive board and leaders of the member churches of the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya now want the government to address the pressing national matters causing significant concerns among Kenyans. In a press briefing today, the leaders said there is a need to find solutions through consensus on matters such as job creation, health reforms, and stabilizing the cost of living. Tess Njenga begins our bulletin with the following report.
A section of religious leaders have continued to raise their concern over pressing national matters affecting Kenyans, calling on President William Ruto to address them. Addressing the press in Nairobi, the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, led by their chair, Bishop Philip Kitoto, called on the government to restore the health system and fix the education systems in Kenya.
The government should immediately work on the following: improve access to quality and affordable health care to our citizens. 2, involve all stakeholders in addressing health ecosystem on challenges of health services access for the country cannot mark time through lopsided legal frameworks and attaining universal healthcare coverage. The current universal education funding model is causing more pain to students, some of whom have dropped out of the much-needed education due to exorbitant fees and upkeep. The government must consider that without a working education ecosystem from primary to the university level, is one way of retrogression.
On the economy, the leaders suggested the country should have a conversation on what needs to be done to address the economic pain people are feeling.
To continue keeping the economy running, the government has resorted into more borrowing, putting more stress on the public debt. It is for this reason that as EAK, we call on a national strategy to be conducted, a forensic audit of our debt to cut out all odious debts and establish a return on investments for the huge public debt.
They also called on the government to address the issue of corruption, which they said has become a culture and a disease that is killing development.
We are witnessing corruption cases continue to drag in our courts, others getting dropped for lack of evidence, and other cases go uninvestigated. A case in point is the recent Adani-led contracts, which were defended vehemently by government officials against persistent public outcry, only for the president to cancel the contracts. We're here to ask how much will the public pay for these hurriedly conceptualized and executed contracts.
Following the many challenges facing the country, EAK has recommended the country to have a national convention that will come up with solutions to address the challenges.
The family of the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya wishes to call for a national convention for 2 or 3 days that shall be co-chaired by eminent Kenyans. The convention should focus on the country agreeing on the solutions and consensus on the above outlined matters of grave national concerns that we have captured so far. We believe that time has come for all Kenyans of goodwill to come together to defend our glorious nation from the many attacks and pressures that we are faced with. We propose that the National Restoration Convention, NRC, driven by faith community and funded by Kenyans themselves, should chart out the way forward.
Reporting for Hope TV News Watch, I'm Tess Njenga.